Oh boy. The stream I didn't want to do today, but I guess it just had to be said about something. Did you see the title? It's a doozy. A really big doozy. It's a doozy. Like a really, really, really big doozy. One where I actually felt like saying something right now. Yeah, sorry for the long wait because trust me, it's not something I felt like making a stream about, but considering the time between this and the Thanksgiving special, I feel like I need to say a little bit about some of this. So, still waiting for a few people to enter, or at least just myself, because oh boy, it's a fripping doozy that I have to say anything here, but here we are. There's the StreamYard link, and I'll wait until more people show up. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. What's going on? Well, I think it should be obvious what's going on right now. It's regarding a comeback that pretty much nobody was asking for, but of course they find a way. I think it's time to break a little bit of silence because we talked about the infamous Trolls Band Theater Fan 2001 on Podcast and Pals. I made a venting stream regarding the recent Lily Orchard outing, and now I get to have a stream dedicated to arguably one of the worst bronies on the internet. I think you could take a guess which person we're talking about because y'all should be familiar with who we've trash talked on this show. Yep. You freaking guessed it. It's a really, really, really big one because hello,
Hello.
Sean.
Hi.
Yeah, I think you know what this stream is going to be about, right?
Yeah. Um. It's about the angry culture. The angry culture war pony. That's
Yep.
red.
I think it's time to say some things about him.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. In case you guys don't know who we're talking about, I might as well do an impression of him. The Star Wars sequel trilogy is the worst thing to come out of Star Wars, and Ryan Johnson is a brain dead moron for thinking that it would be a good idea to ruin this franchise.
Nice impression, Sean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not to
that's
mention. Sorry.
okay. Who here hates the guy?
I hate him too because let's face it, he treats people who like Disney like actual remakes like they're the worst thing that happened since anything bad happened recently.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate him too, but you know what? I know some friends who actually do like him, and I'm still friends with them.
Hello, Thad.
Hey, Sad. Hey, Thad.
Hi, Thad.
Hey.
Magenta.
And also, as Sean pointed out on the Discord server, that him telling people to cool down on his anger is considered tone policing. Meanwhile, he gets sent death threats to everyone around him.
Yeah.
Double standards, much said.
Yeah, we're talking about the same guy who basically said that Rachel Zegler deserves to have all the apples thrown at her for the comments she made about Snow White, and yet her comments on politics, he doesn't care about them.
Honestly, I'm boycotting the Snow White remake honestly because it's gonna be crap. And honestly, given how Rachel Zegler's political views, that's gonna hurt Disney the movie more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that film either, but
I ain't
I'm
watching
Snow
it
White and the
too.
Huntsman. But
Oh yeah, I remember that moment. The Menace.
Yeah.
that's it.
No.
Oh yes, the same who called out Disney for mocking a child actor's death even joked about Joel Schumacher's a month after he died in his Last of Us 2 video. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give Joel Schumacher this. He at least apologized for Batman and Robin.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Like-
Sad, where's your apology?
Yeah, Zade's apologies are half-assed as hell.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's apologies gonna be more half-assed? Sad's or Dan Snyder's?
Probably Zade's.
All right, that's good.
trash versus garbage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. The same pony who called Doug giving his dead mother a tribute as emotionally manipulative.
And he did the same thing for his father.
Yeah.
No more burner accounts. No more angry messages. I am going to get my anger managed.
Yeah. And of course, did he get his anger managed?
Nope. I tried to change trying to quit smoking more than that guy.
Seriously though. He and Inside Out fan are two of our biggest hated people in our group. Like,
one take that that he made recently that is absolutely ridiculous is that he thinks that we care that we're more worried about him being back on YouTube than Donald Trump being back in the White House when no, where did he even get that idea from? Like, just because we aren't talking about Donald Trump in the conversation, that doesn't mean that we're more quote unquote worried about Zade being back on YouTube. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, Zade has been stalking and harassing us for God knows how long, and he's really surprised we're worried that he came back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, want to see the comment? Let's show the comment because I think you're all going to have a complete butthurt reaction.
Show it.
All right, trying to show it.
Take your time.
All right.
Okay, and also those videos where he made about that reading hate comments for his Little Mermaid review. I hate Mulan 2020. Do you see me harassing the people who do like it? No.
No.
Wait, in that video, did he actually harass people who liked it? Like, actually, genuinely harass people?
Well, I do remember that throughout. I do remember in the video he was basically going. He was basically going all like this. The Little Mermaid 2023 is not superior to the original. The original is already perfect as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what he said. At this point, you freaks are more worried about me being back on YouTube than you are about Trump being back in the White House. It's rather fascinating.
Oh, I have a perfect impression for that. At this point, you freaks are more worried about me being back on YouTube than you are about Trump being back in the White House. It's rather fascinating.
That's right. What's rather fascinating is how is he not charged for his bullshit?
Yeah, like seriously though, like at this point, we all stopped caring about politics at this point.
Yeah, and I'm Canadian. I don't really care about. I stopped looking at American politics at this point.
Like here's something that I find that is absolutely ridiculous about Zade's take. Just because we're worried about one thing, that doesn't mean that we're more worried about this thing than the other. Like I have a former friend who tried to put my life in danger, but that's not relevant to this situation. But that doesn't mean that I'm more worried about Zade than I am about him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear that.
Zade's just bullshitting.
He is like let me try to find one of the comments he made about Rachel Zegler.
You do that?
It's a Trump comment.
Oh God.
Yeah, ready?
Of course it is.
You know, I know at Comic Con you're not allowed to do harassment and violence, but you know what? I would probably like to put him on a stand where you say, "Hey, throw trash and run produce at SAD and post all of his misdeeds in front of all the cosplayers, the players, and such."
Mm. And another thing that I really should say about Zade, he claims that he's not going through with making his little hateum video when that is an absolute lie, because he literally said to Andrew Clark that he's going to quote unquote be exposed, and he also still has that Thadmaster 7 folder up for anyone to view.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
here's some of my favorite deranged comments he makes, because he is that much of a liar and a bad one at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to lie; it's another thing entirely to be bad at it.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Cedar Wood from
That's why
America
has
After
Zade
High
ever
is
been
a better
honest?
liar than Sad.
And not to mention either, he's apparently still like, I don't know if he's still doing this, but he's been invading people's Discord servers to get whatever material he needs for his little hate-dumb documentary.
Oh, I remember that.
Luckily, he's not on my server, so thank God.
Oh God.
All right, ready? All right. I'm not making a huge hate-them documentary like everyone assumes they are.
Okay, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Lies, lies. When will the lies end? Lies.
Also,
Lies.
Misanthropony says this to Andrew Clark while he's at it. Immediately contradicts himself with this particular tweet. All right. Let's see.
The
Of
reason I
course.
was with the Senate for so long was because they had me fooled. I truly believe that they were a genuine group that cared about eliminating evil people from the community while helping their victims. I will full-heartedly admit I was wrong about them. They were just a bunch of fool sadists who received repulsive pleasure from the suffering of vulnerable individuals, and I cannot apologize enough for affiliating with them for as long as I did. I never would have joined them if I knew the truth. Of course, don't think this means you're off the hook, Andrew. I still remember all the vile, disgusting things you did over the past few years, and when the time is right, I'm gonna make sure that everyone knows about it.
And by vile, disgusting things, he means slightly getting on his nerves over Star Wars and My Little Pony.
Yeah. Zade is still holding a grudges against his critics, as shown in his cuties video, where he decided to show some of his detractors his newer Twitter names and accounts and their new PFPs.
Yeah, and yeah, if that doesn't scream malicious, I don't know what does.
Yeah, wonder what his hate them video is going to be like.
I know for sure that it's just going to be one big basically deflection on people pointing out issues with him because he's going to bring up a lot of things that have something to do with his detractors. Like I remember during the time when I was searching through Zade's little folder for Thadmaster, most of the screenshots have nothing to do with them. They're just posts about the MCU or Zade's little feuds with other people like Cartoonshi or Dumbsville.
Yeah, like I swear that he's just trying to find every little thing to make himself look morally superior. He's done it with a handful of people like Robert. He's done it to Aldito, and he's done it with Rosa.
Yeah, some of the stuff in that folder is like pretty harmless. Pretty harmless stuff, all things considered.
One particular screenshot that makes me laugh hysterically to this day is when he basically tells Thadmaster to go F himself because he made a meme where he gets mad at Disney for canceling Wander Over Yonder after season 2.
Yeah, I think I remember when I made that meme. It was more so for a joke. I didn't actually take it super seriously.
But of course, it's misanthropy, and he's
plus,
allowed to take a joke out of him out of context.
And plus, it's been like 3 years. I'm sort of over the cancellation, mostly.
Yeah. But of course, it's Anthro, and he's still not over it.
He apparently says that he has trouble controlling his anger when there's a difference between not being able to control your anger and going ballistic on people for absolutely no reason,
especially if it's over works of fiction.
Yeah, and there's a handful of other cringe I found on him that he continues to this day to be a pathetic little loser. In fact, let's look at what he said to that creepy reading.
Oh yeah, I saw that screenshot and I laughed hysterically when I saw that.
Yeah, like look at what he said. Look at what that creepy reading said. All right, ready? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is what he said. This is what creepy reading said. Way to downplay the reason you deleted your channel. Dog, if it was impulse control decisions, you'd have the old channel right here.
Yeah, I saw. I saw that.
And get ready for a laugh. It's the doozy. Ready? Ready? Cry it to your Senate friends, fatso.
Cry about it to your your Senate friends, fatso.
Parasocial fat shaming, huh?
Oh yeah. He thinks that what happened to the Senate absolves him of everything that he ever did.
Yeah, ignoring the fact that they know better. Like, wow, way to shit on your former friends. Oh, by the way, he still has that folder in public.
Yeah,
Which
he's
folder?
still the Thad Master 7 folder.
In public?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, which he shared publicly to you.
he did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he also threatened to get the Lion Man to go after Thad if he didn't talk to him, which is blackmail.
yeah. But then again, Zade's no stranger to blackmail, considering what he did to Cartoon She.
It's also reminded me of how Lio and Zade aren't friends anymore. So
Yeah,
also, I noticed that at some point I did block Zade through Google Docs, and ever since then I did notice that that my file stopped being uploaded after a certain point.
yeah.
Well, I've been checking the folder here and there, and the last time that it was updated before late July came in was in April of 2024, which indicates that he was secretly updating updating that folder while everyone was not noticing.
Yeah. And get ready for some bigger ludicrous. Remember when his original Twitter account got suspended?
Yeah.
And here's what got his Twitter account suspended.
I know all about that.
Yeah. You want? Should we do a reaction to a bit of that?
Yeah.
All right. Thankfully, this one isn't filled with copyright, so I don't have a chance at him trying to strike me down, or YouTube, because YouTube always sides with copyright abusers. That's practically his go-to. Kind of find that a little bit strange, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you can already tell by the title that this is going to be a really fun video. This is something I was hoping I really wouldn't have to talk about anymore because it's just a really triggering topic for me. But apparently Twitter is a website. You can defend pedophilia as much as you want, but if you call it out for the vile that it is, you end up getting your account suspended. But I suppose you want the full story.
Buffering.
end up getting your account suspended. But I suppose you want the full story.
What's going on? Oh well, I think I could just show a bit of the screenshot about. But wait, scratch that. This is important. Let me see if I can try to get this up. Let me try to fix it because this thing is a bugger. No wonder. Yeah, the internet's been a bit. All right, I think I have it right. So hold on. Share screen, re-upload. Haha.
On my break.
So let's see what we're working with. Why do you have to be such a dick to people who are defending the movie? Their opinion is none of your darn business. Stop insulting them and get them out of this, you man-child. Sorry for the language, by the way. Oh, by the way, I'd like to remind you that Neon Brony was 14.
Oof.
At that time, I was either 15 or 16.
Mm.
Double oof.
A lovely collection of messages from one certain character by the name of Neon Brony. And you can already tell that there's something funny going on around here, considering this account was made literally days ago this month, and their only activity on this website is replying to my tweets. Which tweets, you might ask? Oh, nothing serious. Just the ones where I put my...
Buffers. Alright, I think we'll just get to the main point that people are wanting to see. Because he's that pathetic. He's that much of an enraged lunatic. Alright, I think I'll just show it right away on my phone because I guess it's working better there. Alright, I think I'll just share on my screen. All right, here you go. Here's the moment that got his account suspended.
What on earth? What the truck is Zade?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. If you think it's okay for people to have a different opinion on pedophilia, you deserve to be hit in the face with a brick so your teeth fall out, and then have a live grenade rammed into your rectum.
Gosh, I really do wonder why he got suspended.
Well, that's what he gets for being dumb.
Like, it's one thing to call out pedophilia, but like, I don't think it's really necessary to threaten violence on someone.
Mm-hmm. And the context of this person being 14 makes this even worse. And even worse afterwards, he literally decided to blame Neon Brony for his account getting suspended when he literally decided to put out that tweet himself and got his own account suspended. Like, apparently he's saying that it's Neon Brony's fault for why he decided to wish violence on that person.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't worry. This one was archived by someone here who I found about his response to it. All is. Here's what he said. Don't play innocent with me, you coward. I lost my tribute to My Little Pony Friendship Magic over your garbage. You made false accusations of me threatening you, which I never did on top of defending cuties. Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? You're going to be a subject of discussion in my hate them video because you really don't understand how wrong you were to do what you did to me.
It's not their fault that you got your Twitter account suspended. You did that to yourself, and plus you saved a screenshot of your tribute to MLP. The loss of a tweet is not all that much, dude.
Anyway,
True.
something else I have to bring up. Like I said earlier, I was also 15 when Zade started coming after me. Granted, I was a bit annoying and rude to him, but like that wasn't really an excuse to constantly stalk and harass a 15-year-old.
Yeah, and of course, Neon Brony's dad entered the scene. He said, and I quote, "Hello, this is her father. There must have been a mix-up. She does these videos for fun. She did not mean to hurt anybody. You are doing this despite that she is a young lady that has autism, and she does not do this to harm anybody. You making her the subject of the video has put me on notice. And again, this is her father. If you put a video of her or talking, that's really all it."
Mm. Uh,
I wonder
and
what.
we
Wonder,
this kind of behavior is kind of it is kind of foreshadowing, because he later went on to stalk and harass Cartoon She.
yeah. Oh yeah, the cartoon.
So there's just one more thing I have to bring up before I leave. The fact, like, Zade's account getting suspended should have been a wake-up call for him, but no. Zade has had every opportunity imaginable to genuinely change his behavior, but he didn't. And that's probably the most disappointing part out of all of this.
Yeah, he had every chance to change.
Mm-hmm. The first
Wait. Son, and that's not the only part of him downplaying his actions to make himself look less bad in comparison. He said this at one point. Then all right, already. So you're more offended that was 4 months short of being 18 than the fact that I harassed him at all. I never did that. Like straight up, never did that.
Damn.
Look up the definition of what a threat is, or you can ask Leo Convoy yourself if you're that serious.
Oh man.
Not Leo, man. I don't talk about that guy.
Cartoon She was still a minor when you decided to stalk him. Like, using an alt account to interact with someone is considered stalking. And plus, why would you even want to tell somebody to go
Jesus
ask
Christ.
Lio anything?
Zade Magenta, you are a fucking creep.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. He is kind of creep. I'm kind of disappointed with the whole group of Leo Convoy that he should have been picking up his attitude, his behavior to begin with, but he did nothing about it.
And also, here's something else that I find extremely fishy. He literally said that Lio was the one who made him realize his behavior was bad, but in actuality, it was that creepy reading who had to tell Lio all of this stuff to get Zade to stop, but he wouldn't.
Oh my god.
And of course, Leo decided to take credit for it.
That's stealing somebody's credit. That's fucked up. I would never do that. Stealing people's credits, that's just crossing the line.
Oh, don't worry, there's more.
Yeah.
All right, here's
Oh,
the
dear.
reply. Then
Me
just
either.
that I used an alt to intimidate him. Unless I was grooming him for you know what, which I obviously wasn't.
Never
Him
heard
being
of
4
that.
months short of 18 is a moot point.
What?
You still harass Cartoon She.
Mm-hmm. He was just a kid. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just a normal kind of person, just minding his own business.
Literally, that's not the same thing as a death threat. Again, look up the definition or ask Leo Convoy if you're that curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine downplaying their actions like that.
Excuse me.
Who does that?
I don't know.
why would you even ask that question, Zade? And plus, didn't you say in the comment
don't know
section
either.
on your video that that you no longer like Lio?
Yeah, and here's the thing: you were friends with this dude to begin with. It kind of bugs me in the one way that Leo is just some weird. I like saying it's a weird, creepy guy.
So basically, if you say anything bad about Zade, which I know which is what we're doing,
Not me.
What happens if you say a bad thing towards people like Star Giant, Zade, Trolls Band Together, Fan 2001, or Lily Orchard?
Mm,
They've all made videos regarding their hate them.
yeah.
Yeah. They will either call you an abuser or will harass you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this: lying and trying to manipulate the situation, especially getting out of context.
Yeah, or in the worst case scenario from Lily Orchard, induce false copyright strikes.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did see the screenshot of yours.
Yeah, that was just awful.
Mhm.
What Lily did.
That was
So,
just uncalled for.
so what would happen if I made a cringe-a-thon on Lily Orchard?
I don't know.
She'll probably try to strike it down or something.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
she did the same thing towards Side Scribbles and Ant.
Damn.
Yeah, like I swear, those four should be in a box together, in
Mhm.
a private room together. Wonder what that would be like.
It will probably end up being bad. It will end up resulting in bad for a few of them, while Zade would be the most psychotic of them all.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see a live stream where those four talk, or mainly just Zade and Troll Span, and that would be hilarious if we saw that happening. Wonder what he would say to each other.
Trolls Band Together will probably say, "Oh, Cuties is so underrated. BCD
fuck
was
that."
right," and then Zade would go all like, "No, you brain dead moron! It's CP."
I don't find that to be funny at all. That's not even funny.
Yeah, like of the four, I can't say which one's the worst one of the four now because they're practically all terrible no matter which way you put it.
Mm. Although, out of all four of them, we can all at least agree that there are individuals like Nekopon or there are individuals that are like Nekopon that are far worse than either of those four.
As well as Mystic Mongrel and Ray Rance.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has his new channel.
Yeah,
now.
it's called DS Station.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
And like he made it obvious that it was him because we all because a lot of people know about the word Diaz is associated with him.
Mm.
Christian Thomas Diaz. Spell it backwards. Just the Diaz part.
Mm-hmm.
DAIDIAZ ZAID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Had a burp. Oh yeah, I watched his videos and I didn't like the remake of Silent Hill 2, which I have not played the game of it. It's pretty interesting. The new Silent Hill 2. I don't know if you guys played the game of it.
Oh, by the way, here's this little comment that he responded before the comment got deleted. He said, and to one of his detractors, "Oh, you deserve it for a lot more than just that, because that's really not teasing or hate them documentary. That you're not
Again, Zade is horrible at lying.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I would definitely agree on that.
like how many burner accounts has this guy been on?
Well, I do know that one of his that possibly one of his burner accounts did respond to me on the Menace's community post in regards to the Robert comment that I made. That corn cobbler account I think is him. And there are plenty of other accounts that that do sound like him, like that one account that said boo-hoo, you guys harassed him on Thad Master's video about Zade.
Harass. Yeah, apparently calling him out on his insanity is the same thing as harassing him.
I feel like they're covering up his behavior or something.
Yeah, his behavior.
It's dumb. It just shows you true colors, man. Welcome to the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Not you guys. I'm just saying this.
And the fact that he still has fans and defenders makes me question my sanity. But then again, there's still people who like Cinnabaro 3. There are people who still support Lily Orchard or Star Giant or Trolls Band Together fan.
Yeah.
They basically try to reduce the whole hate them as in, oh, you're just defending that he said mean words.
Like what? No, like
No.
This, like he basically just went on some crazy rant and bad criticism over a fucking movie or game, which is dumb and childish.
Mm-hmm. And like there admittedly there are worse things that Zade has done than just saying mean words. Admittedly, like he literally sent violent wishes to other people. Like there was that one comment that he said to Crimson Mayhem, I remember, where he said that he wanted him to be hit over the head with a brick. Or
that sounds like a threat.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I hate The Last Jedi fans more than I hate the movie itself. The Last Jedi is definitely a giant mess. But of course, he said the fans, on the other hand, are some of the most horrific F-faces you will ever come across on the internet. From harassing anyone critical of film's bad writing to the R word, who act like it's good, great, or a masterpiece. Remember, if you say any of those things, he deems you a liar.
That makes no sense.
And of course, there's just one bit of hilarity way to respond it, and he said something along the lines of this.
Oh boy.
All right, ready?
Oh yeah, I still remember that.
Never seen that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's kind of weird. Why would he post that? That just makes no sense.
He basically said, this person, who they are, is a B word of the highest caliber. How much of a wuss do you have to be to feel attacked? To feel attacked by the fact that people are rightfully critical of the Rise of Skyward. Oh no, you poor little baby. How dare people not like an objectively bad movie?
Oh, by the
That's
way,
legit, that's legit.
and by the way, let's not forget about that let's not forget about that particular psychotic community post where he basically says that anyone who basically quote unquote harassed him about in regards to his takes should fall into bear traps. That's basically what I remember
Oh, I
him
heard about
saying.
that. That was so fucked up.
Yeah,
That
it
that
is
was
fucked up.
I
that was
seen it. It was
absolutely
just stupid.
psychotic. And
It
he
was
basically-
psychotic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I guess-
also like he sent a screenshot
Yeah.
of that community post to tons of people.
Yeah. And as well, and when she had burner accounts, he was sending a Google Drive of his middle finger.
Yeah.
I almost question if this guy is psychotic or brain dead.
Like I still remember when Zade decided to do that with me on a post that had nothing to do with him. It had
Mhm.
something to do with Amphibia.
Amphibia.
Yeah.
I actually
Zade-
never heard of that.
Well, it's a Disney cartoon, but regardless, Zade decided to send a screenshot of his psychotic community post on in the replies on that particular tweet of mine when I did not mention Zade even once in that post.
Yeah, that's the kind of behavior I expect from a toddler.
Yep,
Mhm.
me too.
Yeah. Remember, kids, if you disagree with him on The Last Jedi, he'll never let you hear the end of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for pointing this out. I find it funny that he has the right to criticize other YouTube critics, yet when other people criticize him, he threw a hissy fit and antagonized others.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Yep.
I put it this way, he did. He did. He definitely went on crazy pissy fit mode. Especially comes to
Yeah.
screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was I remember when I first was introduced to his content when I saw his response to Doug Walker's Deadpool 2 video. But I didn't start watching him and keeping up with him until I saw his Cuties video.
I first started watching him back in 2017 when I was 15 years old, and for a while I didn't see how psychotic he was until
That was back
early
when-
2021.
Yeah, that was back when he was still somewhat tolerable and at least tried to improve after the Golden Fox incident.
Yeah.
So, did anyone block Zade Magenta?
I blocked him on Blue Sky.
Really?
Yeah, he has a Blue Sky account.
Yeah.
I don't.
And of course, and Matthias Rapodi, being the slanderous treachery that he is, he's still being a little crier.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if one of his little burner accounts was in one of our servers, which that's going to be a major problem if we do find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
But don't
I
worry,
bet
if we find
surprised.
one of his burner accounts on there and find out that he's in fact using it, we might need to take a screenshot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just so that yes, he is in fact invading servers to find whatever evidence that say anything bad about him.
Or maybe he's using somebody else to get those screenshots because because there is such a thing as there being moles in servers that basically get whatever they need in order to send screenshots to the person that is wanting those screenshots.
Then that's worse
Mm.
because he's basically hiring goons to do his dirty work.
Yep, that's
Yep.
actually that leads
Just
to
imagine
spying on
Zade
people.
Magenta on Instagram and TikTok.
Doubt.
Because you did say that no, like you did say that he pretty much invaded somebody's Discord servers in order to get 2 screenshots from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can only imagine what if he ever releases the hate them video. I wonder how that's going to turn out.
It's probably
Yeah.
going like considering the fact that Rebecca, Alex, and Lily got negative reception when they talked about their hateum. I presume that the Zade's little hateum video is not going to turn out good either.
Yeah, wonder like the only person that deserves the hate was Falconic Chaos and Star Giant Productions.
Mm-hmm.
We all know why.
Like Falconic Chaos went to the point where he made Twitter accounts in order to post explicit images while pretending to be either Zade or Zade's daughter.
Yeah, and of course there's Foxillans who accuse them of being a groomer.
No,
Mhm.
Zade is absolutely not a groomer.
No.
He's a psychotic monster, but he's not that. But he's anything but a groomer, considering
Mhm.
that he did in fact help a few people out when they were dealing with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, at least he knew when to condemn Jar for his actions.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. And even I'll admit that there are much worse people out there than Zade Magenta. Like
Yep.
there's obviously Star Giant.
And Lily.
Is she like off the internet or no?
No, for start, she's basically been off the internet and hasn't been active since.
Good.
Apparently she's looking for a lawyer with her quote unquote transphobic mother.
What? That's fucking weird. Like that's a weird thing, a subject kind of way.
And Lily still to this day being a little sulk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
While Trolls to Get a Fan isn't really active on YouTube from what I've seen, he is pretty active on DeviantArt and Letterboxd, and those are filled with a nugget of unhinged moments.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and even outside of the cartoon community, there are individuals that are far worse than Zade as well over there. Like there's Sean Soar, Brandon the Brony Pony, Halo Fan. The list goes on.
Yeah, Chris Chan, Elliot Roger, Cosmodor, Toon Critic Y2K.
That guy's still not in jail.
I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like I'm
but
not.
Mr. Pony's downfall was probably the most tragic. Like, remember back
Mhm.
from 2 years ago, we all used to really hate the mysterious Mr. Enter at one point.
Not
Like
me now.
like there was a time when Mr. Enter was the most hated cartoon reviewer on the internet.
Yeah. Primarily in 20 somewhere around 2014 and later throughout, I guess 2019 all the way to 2022.
Huh.
Like when it was a toss up between his Nicorama series being pretty reviled, especially his TMNT video, Rise of the TMNT. There was, of course, the infamous COVID takes, and of course, the one that pretty much sealed the deal on his reputation, the Turning Red, his initial Turning Red video, where he said that the film didn't mention 9/11.
That's weird.
But at least with Enter, it wasn't until 2023, the following year, where his reputation would start to get better over time. Like he apologized for all the sins, he owned up to them, and if you saw his top 10 worst videos, I was willing to give him a chance on that alone after that video because he's at least willing to openly admit his mistakes. And
Yep.
plus, without him, we wouldn't even have gotten any information on people like Rebecca, Mongrel, Nekopan, Ray Rance.
Or even bringing others into the spotlight that were still part of Rebecca's circle, like Sean Soar and Brandon the Brony Pony.
Yeah, like without like at least I can give Enter some credit where he is willing to make an effort to change. What did Trolls fans, Vantigator fans who won? Zade Magenta, Star Giant, and Lily do to improve?
Nothing.
Nope. Nothing.
Yeah, that's what makes Zade's downfall the most tragic because we didn't really hate Zade like we do now.
Mm-hmm. And like in 2021, I've gone through a lot of horrible things, and Zade was not even a contributor to that. Like what I would basically, I would just say something to Zade whenever I'd see something on Twitter, but that's about it. I've gone through far worse things in 2021 than whatever happened with Zade.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen a worse YouTuber that fell from grace and the one that felt like it's the most disappointing. I mean, there was also a point where I liked Star Giant. Like I remember used to watching his content back and during the pandemic, and I thought those videos at the time were actually pretty decent. But then again, I was pretty much 15 and I didn't really know how to have taste in reviews. And didn't see through the abysmal editing and terrible point arguments that Rebecca makes.
Mm-hmm. Like there was one point where she said that Randy from South Park caused the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, and then it came from Mr. Enter's video, and I practically lost a lot of respect for Rebecca. However, in the next year, I was willing to give Rebecca another shot, but until I found out she was going to make her friend in this video, I asked if she was ever going to mention Mr. Enter, but I didn't think much of Rebecca up to that point.
Mr.
It
Enter?
wasn't until I saw that she was going to make her abusers video where I was telling her, no, this is a bad idea. And of course, she went on with it anyway, and that's where any sympathy I had for Star Giant went down the
All right.
drain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
All right, peace
Uh,
out.
I still remember that she literally got me lumped in with Sean Soar, someone who constantly posted pictures of underage characters in bikinis.
Ew.
It was right. Like, you used to be friends with Rebecca, weren't you?
Yeah,
Me?
like back during this was like back during 2020 to 2022 I like even during the times where she basically broke down, I was willing to give her a chance until things got even worse. Like that honestly started in I started honestly losing all hope for Rebecca around July of 2022 after it was revealed by Thadmaster that Rebecca went back on her apology to Mr. Enter, and things would only go downhill from there. And I still had some hope within me that maybe that she can change or listen to the people that are trying to help her, but it was no avail. And until June of 2023, when you came over to me about what she did on DeviantArt, and I actually had a panic attack when I found out that she got me lumped in with Sean Soar because of Mr. Enter's little journal.
Yeah, and And I don't. And she did that deliberately out of spite too.
Yeah. At first she actually did apologize to me for that, but as soon as I blocked her on Discord, she went behind my back and decided to deliberately lump me in with Sean Soar through her little ban list, which is the stupidest ban list that I've ever seen. She has people like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, David Zaslav, and so many more on there.
Oh my god, that's just
And people were
dumb.
labeled on there for stupid reasons. Some of them were even called abusers,
And con artists.
which is rich coming from Rebecca, considering witches.
Yep, that's how
Yeah.
you lie.
I didn't think you'd make a worse Indiegogo campaign than Mr. Enders going around, but here we are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who here paid for that little Indiegogo? Not me.
No, not me.
I ain't giving my money to Rebecca or Brandon, considering what he's done.
Oh, like I still remember the time in which Brandon literally said that he wanted to lick a little girl's butt crack. Like, blech.
Ew, that's fucking disgusting.
Gross.
That's just disgusting.
Yeah, it really is.
I keep hearing a dog in the background.
That's my dog.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, like I swear that like these four cement on how not to be an internet reviewer of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one lesson we can learn from all four?
Never follow in their footsteps.
Yeah, and what can we learn from each one of them?
When it comes to Zade, keep your anger under control. With Rebecca, try to listen to the people who stand by you, as well as listen to anyone who has any information on people in your server. With Alex, try to respect other people's opinions and don't go down this route.
And for Lily Orchard,
She's crazy.
Don't false copyright strike people.
like exactly, that's the main lesson we should all take from those four. Those four might practically serve as a dark lesson on what happens when you let your ego and hatred and your spinelessness go too far.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's practically a big lesson that every new YouTuber should take from, because by taking the lessons from those four, we're not only preventing ourselves from going down paths we should not be going for, but we also help become better people. Even if we screw up, I can assure you that even even the worst of we done couldn't even come close to matching those four.
Exactly. Like I've made mistakes myself as late as this year. I have let my emotions get the better of me, but the thing that I actually do have is self-control. Like I'm trying to stay out of talking about the people that don't want anything to do with me, as well as the fact that trying as well as trying my best to be careful who I trust from now on.
Yeah. Let's hope someone writes the four lessons down.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for this episode, for this little stream. I guess we'll see each other for Talkcast and Pals when we discuss some of our unpopular opinions.
All right.
Oh yeah. I have quite a few of them myself.
Yeah. So, see ya.
See ya.
Peace out.